involved with the Minard show for quite some time, but this year is the first year that we've come on board as a title sponsor. So we are one of the big guys helping the Minard show to put on the events and to cater to all the thousands of kids that are here today. There's so many things to offer these kids, but what we find most important is education. So what we're doing inside of the Nutrimix booth is giving them information. So we have information on all livestock, so not just cattle and small ruminants and rabbits. Those are the three most important here. That's what Minard focuses on. But we also have information on broiler and layer birds and how to build your farm, how to build your business. And that's really what Nutrimix is about, is helping the farmers make profits. And aside from that, we have, of course, the fun activities. We have our mechanical bull that we brought here for the kids to experience, but the only way they can get a chance to ride the bull is if they answer questions correctly on just general agricultural questions. So it's so fun to see the kids standing there, all ages, and they're hearing the questions and they're learning as they play. So they also have a chance to spin the wheel and they get to win. You can get to win a bag of feed, you get to win backpacks, school books, all kinds of different things. So it's a lot of fun for everybody. Nutrimix is a company for the community. So we're so much more than just animal feed. And so with us today, we have our entire sales staff and we have our entire livestock support team, as well as other administrative staff, and our head of Nutrimix is also here. The entire team has come out to support Minard because it's so important. When you look around, you see these thousands of kids. All of these kids, they really are the future. So if we can guide them in the right way through, an understanding that agriculture and the right practices, understanding best practices in agriculture, that's the way forward. This is where you have to start. You have to start with the kids. And this is a great space, and Minard does this every year. They bring the kids out. And so that's why we had to make sure that we were a part of this very, very special occasion.
My name is Gabrielle Young. I'm the Livestock Support Manager at Newport Mills, Nutrimix. And we'd like to welcome you today to the Minard Show. And we'd like to walk over to the small ruminant area now to show you some of the small ruminants that we have on display today. Well, today we have in the display area, these are some of the goats that were purchased by Nutrimix for the goat scramble. It's a new event this year that we have to try and encourage young children in farming and the raising of small stock, and we chose these goats here. Basically, these are native goat type animals, very hardy animals, sturdy animals, very good, very prolific. They tend to have twins and they don't need a lot of care. Then we move on to some sheep that we have here. These are Dorper sheep, D-O-R-P-E-R, Dorper sheep. They're actually sheep that originated from South Africa. They're classified with a black body and a white head. They're meat type sheep, and they're very hardy animals that do well in Jamaica. There are also other sheep that are available that can do things like milking sheep, but they're not in Jamaica at this time. We now have some alpine goats here. These are some specimens of alpine goats, and alpine goats are milking goats. These goats are very good to produce milk. They produce large quantities of milk. Presently in Jamaica, the goat industry is not developed enough yet to go to a milk industry, but that's somewhere we should think of heading. We also have Boer goats here. These are also a native of South Africa. They were imported many years ago, and they have a red head, as you see, with a white body. These are meat type goats, very heavy goats that are good for meat production. We also have here some native goats again that we bought for the goat scramble. And then we have some graded, what we call graded Nubians or graded Boer goats. And these are animals that tend to be crossed with the Boer and the native goats so that they are upgraded a little bit and they're a little more prolific. The sheep and goat industry is what is called the small ruminant industry. So small ruminants are a combination of sheep and goats. And we can even put small stock like rabbits into that also. But why it's so important is that locally in Jamaica, we import 80% of what we consume as goat meat or sheep meat. So what happens is we have that great divide in what we should be producing and what we're importing. So there's a great market available for the production of sheep meat and goat meat in Jamaica. And why it's important is that if we were able to produce more sheep meat or goat meat or mutton or chevron, what would happen is that we would be able to cut back on our import bills significantly. Nutrimix would like to say to farmers in Jamaica, let's look at producing more sheep and goats basically, and also rabbits for production of meat, and also looking at the dairy industry, maybe producing goat milk, because there's a very great demand for both of those products. Other things that we can be looking at is leather. We're producing soap actually from goat's milk also, and the leather industry for sheep hides and goat hides. Those are other things and byproducts that we could really be looking at.